Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, oh wait, yeah. What?
Chess.com.
Sure.
Hold on one sec. I'm gonna get a drink
Or
prepared and
I'll
ready.
I'll, I'll give a little um, intro to those of you who are watching right now and those who are watching in the future. Um, Welcome to the revivification of my podcasting career after a hiatus. This one's going to be a little more structured than the last one for those of you familiar with what we used to do back in the day. There are a couple reasons I wanted to start doing this. The first of which, there were like a couple conversations in a matter of days a couple weeks ago that made me think about this. The first was a conversation I was having with my brother about, oh, my door's open. I'll close that in a sec. About marketing his band, like online, and how they're sort of strategizing to gain new viewers and listeners to their music.
I'm back.
Hello. So yeah, I sort of thought maybe starting a weekly thing where people of various. Oh hey,
I'm here.
see ya. Yeah.
I'm in the flesh.
Yes, sir. Basically giving people another platform to spread their music or other content on is one reason for doing this. Another is Pat and I and a few other friends just started sort of a pact to sort of have an online presence, and there's a bet involved, so I decided this would be my contribution to that. And then it's also, oh hey Raj, how's it going, buddy? It's also just selfish for me because it's an excuse to talk to old friends about, life and everything else. So I'm gonna shut my door and then we're gonna get this chess game started real quick.
Let's do it to it.
Yeah.
Any time constraints you want, Joel? Any preference?
So as everyone can see, the title, the working title at least, is The Quest for Why. And that sort of arose out of, I mean that's the question I'm sort of asking myself during this whole time, is like why people do what they do, for enjoyment really, and what better way to, analyze decisions than a game of chess, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Couldn't say it by myself. Oh, also when you had your headphones off, I asked if you had any preference on time for chess, like short games, long games.
If we do timed, I'm going to get crushed even harder than if we don't. So.
Well, we could do it. We could do like classical.
All right.
Which is just like essentially unlimited time.
Sure. I'm down. I'm down for whatever. We can do one like unlimited and one times too if you wanna.
Yeah, sure.
If you're trying to flex ever, I'm down with that.
I'm really not that great at chess, Joel.
Well, you've been playing more than me since we last played, for sure.
True.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah. All right. So, do you like send an invite or something?
Yeah, I can.
I've never done this online before.
I'll go ahead and create a game for us here.
Heard. I think the last time we played was on the picnic table in the backyard of that Colorado Airbnb.
I think so.
Wow.
I think it's the only time we've played chess together.
Maybe, yeah. I can't remember if we ever played at like Toontown or anything.
Not that I recall, no. Because that game in Colorado was actually the first time I had ever played chess.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nice.
But what's your chess.com username?
Oh God, I don't think I have one. Wait.
Do you not have one? If not, I can
No.
just give you a link.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, just give me a link.
Okay.
Young Ramsey. What up, Alf? Thank you. I can't read that. It's too small for me to read. My heart. Yes, indeed.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and DM you that, Joel.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I went ahead and just did 30-minute
Sure.
with a 30-second time increment, I think.
Sounds good.
So.
To me.
I like the idea of having time to like go in and out of the game, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, 30 minutes. And here we go. I'll keep it traditional. Everything good on your side, Joel? I can't hear you also, unfortunately. Game aborted. Still can't hear you, Joel. Nothing.
Hello.
Yes.
All right. Cool. I aborted the game apparently.
Yeah, it's only if you don't make the first move, but I think
Okay.
I think that's better because I think I'm gonna make it a little longer than 30 minutes.
Okay. We'll move that to the bottom. There we go. Okay. I think we're set now.
All set now?
Yes.
Cool.
Do we need a new link then, or can I play? Oh no, I can play. Okay.
Oh, can you?
I think so. Are you still in the game?
The game is aborted.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Okay. Gonna DM you another one here. This time it's 60 minutes.
Nice. Perfect.
And this time you're white.
That means I go first?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Funny enough, when computers play each other at this game,
Yeah.
typically they hardly ever win on black. And it's because white having the first move is essentially the supreme advantage. So the computers win off of that.
Because like if you trade all the way like perfectly, then the one who goes first is gonna win, right?
I mean, yeah, or you could. I mean, that could draw too, but
yeah,
it's basically the extra tempo you're getting. So you have one extra turn basically over black at all times.
So you're like on the offensive if you do it right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Typically, you're gonna make attacks from white.
Yeah.
And have you done much like? Do you know anything about chess theory or anything?
No, I was just gonna ask you if you'd done like, if you know like openings and stuff.
Not really. I've kind of explored and entertained the idea of like actually doing research into them. But I'm just not in a position where I want to put forth that much, time and energy.
Yeah, I feel
into
you.
chess.
Where like some people went off as like 7-year-olds and now they're unstoppable. Yeah. It's kind of intimidating to get into.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's even more intimidating knowing that like there are people out there who just know the best move for any given scenario on the board,
Mm-hmm.
anywhere from 10 moves to 20 moves down the line. They just
Mm-hmm.
know every single. Oh, what happened?
Wait, what?
Game aborted.
Did I abort?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't know why it aborted though.
I mean, I'm.
Are you still on the page?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Is it letting you move? Oh, I'll just rematch. Okay. All right. Run it back.
Yep, run it back, same positions.
Mhm.
Hmm. It keeps saying my game will auto abort in 47 seconds. I don't know how to turn that off.
Oh. Hmm. Settings.
Maybe it's like just the first few moves.
Hmm.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I don't see a setting to change that.
Does it say it on your side too?
I don't think so. I don't see it.
Okay. It might just be the first few moves then.
Hmm. Hmm.
See, it's always in these positions that I kind of go the wrong direction.
Yeah, when there's not like action yet,
Yeah.
like the setup
It's
phase.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is definitely like the hardest part of the game for me, I'd
Mm-hmm.
say.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on black, because like I consider myself a pretty, hyper aggressive player.
Yeah.
I just kind of like to throw my pieces around, but
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the opposite. I like, especially when it's like unlimited time. I just sort of take the time to like analyze the board, just play reactively, which
mm-hmm.
isn't always probably the best, but
It's, I mean, I think there's a case to be made to say that playing off instinct is maybe even better than playing off of. Well, I don't know. That kind of sounds stupid on paper, but if you play off of instinct, you'll learn a lot faster.
hmm. Yeah, I can definitely tell when I'm on like a chess kick and I like am playing a decent amount. I definitely get a lot better, or like I start seeing situations a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have all the time in the world to think right now, so
True.
I really don't want to make any questionable moves here.
Yeah. So do you remember what caused like the chess renaissance among at least our friends, and I feel like kind of like everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I put a lot of my um, curiosity into Taylor probably
Yeah. Yeah.
because Taylor was the initial one, at least, and because I live with him,
Yeah.
who was the first one to be like, like, oh, let's play some chess or
Mm-hmm.
let's just play online chess, anything really.
Mm-hmm. And he started fiending, dude.
Yeah, dude. And then I started fiending, and then
Yeah.
Pride started fiending.
Yeah.
It's kind of gone down a bit since, but it's still there, and
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting that it is.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't consider myself really like a lover of strategy or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but I really enjoy chess.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is interesting, like the yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about like why it's so attractive to people. Like
Why chess is so
yeah,
attractive?
like action and reaction and like consequence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, chess is so intricate and so deep that it's hard to really put why people play it. It's hard to give it just one reason. But I feel like a good reason is that it kind of forces you to critically think, and if you're already kind of a thinker, it's just kind of gonna go hand in hand because
then it's like crack.
Yeah, literally, you're just stimulating your brain for however long you play, you know, and in the end, it's just like what my brain needs, really. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see if there's like interviews or something with Magnus Carlsen or like some of the best chess players.
Yeah.
And ask him that same question of like, what initially, like, were they just, you know, born with it, or were they just born into chess? They don't know why.
I wonder if they're addicted.
And that could be, see,
that would be crazy. That'd be quite the addiction.
That's quite the dark spin on it, but I like that.
But like, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
like to be that good.
It's borderline. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
It's to a certain extent a little bit crazy, but
yeah.
You look at the greats of anything really, and it's always like an unstopping passion or drive to be the best at it.
Yeah, which is kind of maniacal when you think about it.
Oh yeah, no, which requires you to kind of, you know, have a few screws loose already.
yeah.
But
yeah,
it's definitely super cool.
What am I doing?
See, I don't know what you're doing.
I'm activating.
And that's why I had such a hard time deciding what to do.
Yeah. Oh, Sam said the mix of sophistication and at the same time convenience of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I like that.
Yeah, it's like there's like a feeling of like suave when you play chess, I feel like.
Yeah.
Especially with like a really nice set or like an old set. Yeah.
Get some wine.
Yeah, dude.
Get some cheeses.
Rustic, in a sense.
Yeah, it's like most games, you know. It's like really simple and really easy to start playing, but once you actually start playing, it's like he said, it's very sophisticated. I don't know if that was what he meant by that, but that's kind of how I interpreted it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing I'm not seeing everything right now.
You're not seeing everything?
All the moves, I'm not.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm analyzing is your potential moves and what I can do now to maybe stop any ideas you have going right now. Because I do see a few. I do see a few.
I plan on winning the time game.
Yeah. And there's a strategy though.
Finish or win the 2-hour time game.
I mean, if you want to win, it's definitely the way to do it.
That's why I'm here. Why else would I be?
win?
Yeah.
Exactly. Why else do we do anything, Joel?
Okay, there's the question.
It's to win.
Now we're into it.
It's to win.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything. I don't want to say everything, but
yeah.
I'd say a large portion of why we do a lot of the things that we do, and this is super vague, but is, I don't know, just to be the winner, to be the best, or to be number one. I feel like it's kind of like almost a societal thing now of like, you know, like the hero's journey and becoming the best.
And like, well, and even like the American dream.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
I'm not endorsing that.
Yeah, the American dream.
Yeah. Why? Okay, then why if you want to be the best at something, why would you choose chess? Because to me, that's an impossible feat, you know, or League too, or like.
Well, to you, it's an impossible feat,
Yeah.
and that's because you have no ambition of being a professional chess player.
True.
But
that's definitely true.
But I don't know. Like for someone who say wasn't born into chess, going on that question, and say they become professional, like why chess?
Yeah.
I kind of just flipped the script on you, and I started
No,
asking you
that's
the
fine.
questions. But
I know that's cool.
why do you think that? Why do you think someone would say choose chess over Scrabble if they weren't born into either? Is it a game thing or is it like a brain thing?
I think games are a brain thing.
Okay.
I think that's like I think playing, even if it's not like a game, but like even just playing, like you think of like kids playing with each other and interacting. I think that's a huge like development thing.
Yeah,
So
no, for
playing
sure.
games, I think, is almost always synonymous or like has impact on like psychology almost.
Oh, definitely.
So chess to me,
Yeah, we could make the question a little easier. Why did you choose chess? Or why are you interested in chess?
uh, probably for the analysis,
Okay.
like thinking through moves, which I'm not doing right now, but uh, that's what's fun to me, like looking at the board and trying to see what's best to do.
Okay. Okay.
But I think there's also something to be said for like chess versus Scrabble, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's no chance in the game of chess. It's all skill based, right? Whereas Scrabble,
Yeah.
this is kind of like our conversation about skill expression in TFT and League.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
which I think I might have flipped since then. You might have convinced me that the more
Yeah.
RNG there is, the less skill expression there is.
I mean, that's what I've always believed.
Yeah.
Just because it's random.
Yeah. But there is a skill to like controlling the random, which is like
Yes.
that's what good Scrabble players do, is they take what they're given and they do the best they can with it. So I guess I don't know if
Okay.
being good at that is more impressive or less impressive than being good at chess. I'm inclined to say less, but
I would say,
I'm not sure.
yeah, I don't know. I remember when we had this discussion. Um, I was trying to think of something, but I completely lost my train of thought thinking about a potential chess move. Um, it's what's the word when not like thrifty, but when like exactly what you said, you're given something and you make the best out of it, or you
Like
utilize RNG to.
efficiency, or like I don't know, like
Like
the life
if
and
I
lemons thing, right?
mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's like a word for that.
Hmm. I feel like there is though. So like
Yeah, there has to be.
say if I gave you like 3 toothpicks and then I, told you to make a bridge out of them and then you made the best bridge you could have possibly made. What's the term for the skill that you just used?
Probably,
Not like it's not
I would say
thrifty,
probably
is it?
critical thinking, right?
Would it be?
Or
Like
like,
having a limited amount of resources but
yeah, huh? Wait, let me do some googling. Let me find a
yeah,
thesaurus
use the Google machine here.
while you take your turn, and I'm seeing the board. Word accommodate, kind of.
Uh,
It's not quite.
kind of. It's on the right track.
Yeah. All I can think of really is like make the best of like any situation.
Yeah.
Like play the hand you're given.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how this is all gonna tie back into the conversation we were just having.
Oh,
Resourceful.
oh yeah,
There it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
There
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Very resourceful.
Yeah.
Still trying to think of how this is relating to
Well, we were talking about chess versus Scrabble.
Okay, yeah,
And like how I was saying that's right, how like winning in chess could to me would probably be more like satisfying than like beating someone in Scrabble because
mhm.
you've done it all yourself. Like there's no like there was no luck involved. Whereas like
Definitely.
there's always going to be an excuse of like, oh, you drew the higher value letters, so you won the game of Scrabble, you know, or like you high rolled the 5 cost chosen, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and there is skill. Like I don't want to deny the fact that there is skill to. It's like the reason people are professional Hearthstone players.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there is a level of skill to it, but I'm interested that you've changed your mind now on that. What initially
I haven't
swooned you the other direction?
I haven't completely because
Okay.
I think the skill of playing the hand you're given is still super impressive. And like it's crazy to watch like Korean players just like you know it seems like they shouldn't be winning but they are based on
Yeah.
like the luck they're getting. So that's what leads me to believe, like it is handling like randomness is a super like impressive skill, but also
Agreed.
that's like anecdotal, and then if you take the other side of the anecdote and you look at like the highest level players of like single player game or like a game where you are the sole decision maker, there's nothing random about it. It's just as like impressive or mind blowing.
Definitely.
So I'd say I'm still on the fence, and I've sort of been pondering why it even matters. But
Yeah. I mean, in all reality, I don't think it does,
yeah,
but
no,
it's nice to think about those things though.
yeah. Oh,
But
Sam, what were you thinking?
yeah, let's get a little bit of chat input.
What's the? Oh, Taylor said there's a weak side for chess. Would that be black side? Is that what he's referring to?
He said weak side.
Yeah.
Um, he might be like chiming in on what we were just talking about. I don't know. I've never really heard weak side. Maybe like the weaker side of your board. So like your
Oh,
queen
yeah,
side
yeah,
would be
yeah.
the weaker side right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's
Oh,
referring
and
to.
he said black is statistically worse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Well, I'm glad I have the advantage.
Yeah. I want to make a dubious move, but I have so much time to think. Hmm.
Yeah. Always one turn behind on black side. Also, I think. Let me formulate this thought. This is probably true of all games, or multiplayer games at least, where you're playing with another human. It's like or any interaction with a human. It's like a communication that doesn't use language.
Mm-hmm.
You're like reacting to each other without like speaking. It's kind of meta.
It's like what that just reminded me of is like rock, paper, scissors, right? So where
Yeah.
you don't have to say anything,
Yeah.
but you two are communicating in more ways than one, even
Yeah.
by not saying anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just the purpose of games. I mean, maybe not the entire purpose, but
Yeah.
kind of just playing along with what you said. Like, nothing has to be said to people or for people to enjoy just doing it with, say, even another person or against a computer, even.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just going to do this move.
You think playing against a computer is as like fulfilling as playing against a human?
No.
No.
Because the way I look at it, is that a computer, if you're winning against a computer, it means that it has purposefully made a wrong move.
Yeah.
Because in a perfect world, a
Yeah.
computer would win every time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if I just, I guess, relate every CPU to the ideal perfect computer, it's like it's just giving me what's that word I'm looking for?
It's like
It's basically making it easier on me
yeah.
and just making it so I win.
Yeah.
And I don't like that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like it purposefully would have to have done something bad
Yeah.
if it didn't win.
Hmm. I was gonna ask if your mind would change if it's like, because on chess.com you are playing against another human, but you have no reason to believe that it's another human. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I wonder if that affects anything.
In terms of like satisfaction,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know. I feel like that would just depend person to person. Because I know like playing over the board chess, like in person with real pieces, I feel like it's definitely a lot more rewarding because every part of you is in that moment playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas on the computer here, it's I mean, I'm still playing the game and I'm still using my brain, but I don't get like that haptic response from the things that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that maybe just adds to the satisfaction. I feel like they're both equally satisfying to win on, but I feel like I said, just the ability to touch the pieces just makes it that much more rewarding
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
can truly realize like I've done every move here
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
Yeah. Playing with like using your hands other than on your mouse is definitely that's like a big thing. I feel like
Hmm.
for whatever
I mean,
reason.
and communication, like
Mm-hmm.
uh, through like even via it's crazy because even via a computer chessboard, you can still sometimes understand when someone is like angry,
Yeah.
Like they'll make
Yeah.
questionable moves or
Yeah.
they'll instantly resign or
Yeah.
what have you. But in person, it's like you're almost expected to treat the other person, with enough respect to not
Yeah.
like do things like that.
Yeah. It's like the sophistication.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that just goes along with the whole thing of it just adds to the whole satisfaction
Mm-hmm.
because you can kind of get all of the stimulus
Mm-hmm.
rather than have to interpret it.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, there are a lot of options on the board right now.
Yeah.
what's amazing to me is how old this game is.
Yeah.
Like I truly don't know how old it is, but I do know that it goes back a long, long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been invented in Russia?
I believe
I'm
it.
actually not sure about that.
The the bishops actually look, well, they could either be Orthodox or Catholic, it looks like. I don't know. Huh. Yeah, it's crazy how like how far back like the history of like recreation, like games is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because games been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like back when couldn't even use words. Like
Mm-hmm.
that old.
It's that just like reinforces the idea of like communication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a non-verbal way of communicating.
Mm-hmm. Seeing how a person thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of watching their brain play out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great because you can even take things from other people's brains, like, oh, I
Yeah.
like the way that this guy plays this game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take what I like about that and make it my own.
Yeah. And then people like live their lives by it, like writing books and studying it to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
People are crazy.
Yeah.
See, what do you plan with that move, Joel? What are you
I don't know.
planning with that
I don't know
move?
how much to tell you, but
You can
I'm
not say or
basically.
say anything.
I think I'm still in prep phase, but
Okay.
honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Is it because you want to move that pawn?
No.
No?
I don't know, dude.
Yes. Okay.
No,
I'm trying to gather
I
information
was
from you.
really freeing up my bishop, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Without having to break my line of pawns I have moved up.
Well, in the spirit of that, I'll play this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, then again, we have 45, or we have an insane amount of time to play with, so
Mm-hmm.
please take your time.
Ah, yeah.
I will say, going back on the games thing,
Uh-huh.
that it being less rewarding, say playing against a computer,
Mm-hmm.
I think it just I kind of came to a self-realization as you were saying that, of like the way that I operate and
Mm-hmm.
why I say I enjoy like 1v1 games, like really competitive, like typically one player versus one player games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because I like the idea of, if it being a loss, it's all on me to make the next game not a loss.
Yeah.
And if it's a win, it was only me and my inputs or whatever I had done to win. It was
Mm-hmm.
like, all me.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a lot of the reason why TFT like really isn't all like it's fun. Don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong, it is definitely fun, but part of it just is not for me
Yeah.
because
My
of that fact, or
Okay,
because of that.
so that actually was my argument for why a 5v5 game would be a 5v5 no random, well, very little randomness game would be less skill than a 1v7 game that has a lot of chance involved,
Okay,
because
everybody has that chance, is
right,
kind of what you're saying. Okay,
exactly. Yeah.
and I get that,
Yeah.
and it's definitely s- yeah, definitely something to consider. Um, but I think and it just comes back to the whole like luck thing of like you could play 100 games and win 99 of them, but the one game a new player who has no idea what he's doing high rolls and gets super lucky and you
Yeah.
lose because of it.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that he's a better player because of that.
Actually, in my experience, I don't. I think. I don't think a new player in specifically in TFT. Uh, I think I would beat them 10 times out of 10, no matter the chance. I think a good player would beat that. I think that the game has enough skill expression that would be the case.
I guess yeah, if we're taking into account items and
Yeah,
okay. Well,
definitely.
let's make
But
it
the possibility is definitely there.
yeah, of just getting absolutely lucky and letting the luck win you the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating because it's like who are we to determine what amount of luck there was
Mm-hmm.
in a game like that to like say like, "Oh, it was actually me doing all of these things to make me win," or I got a little lucky here
Mm-hmm.
and because of that here I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it's almost impossible to measure that.
Yeah,
And
but
so
well,
I
here's the
don't know.
deal. Okay, this is where it gets funky. Uh, which version, a game that is purely your decision making, only affected by like your competition, or a game that you are fed a bunch of information that you have to deal with and make a decision based on that? Which one is closer to like human existence?
Could you repeat the question?
So games are, I think, a replication of like, well, it's all decision making pretty much.
Hmm.
But in one case, so our current line of thought has been League of Legends versus Teamfight Tactics.
Yes.
In one of them, you have the only randomness is the people on your team, and a couple other little things. And the other, you don't have a team, so there's no randomness in that fact. But you have the way you play the game is you're being fed a bunch of different things that you have to sort of sort out and create something to win yourself the game.
Definitely.
So which one is closer to like living a human life? Because we're
And
like, yeah,
I would say League of Legends, not TFT,
really,
because the way I am imagining it now is with League of Legends, you're given all of the champions, right? You can pick them
mm-hmm,
all. Anybody can pick them all.
mm-hmm,
It's just a matter of what you want to play per game.
mm-hmm,
And so with that knowledge, it's kind of like say growing a tree. If you go up against a master orchard farmer and try and compete with his apples, it's not going to happen
yeah,
because he spent his whole life cultivating this skill, and no pun intended. Uh, and so now you just show up and you're like, I'm going to make all these great apples.
yeah,
So in to relate it back to League, I think it's the same sense of when you meet a really talented player on the Rift,
mm-hmm,
it's like they've put in that time to, you know, decipher which champions fit their play styles best, which
mm-hmm,
is like how their brains operate with the champion, like what's gonna fit me the best. And once they find that, then they, grind out this champ for however long and become really, 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 really good at it and get really good at the game because of it.
and the big thing there with like the amount of hours, I think, is the amount of matchups you get to play into.
It's all different. It's
Because you're
everywhere.
playing in that circumstance, you're playing chess with like your lane opponent, and
Hmm.
you're like trading back and forth to see like who gets the better of each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is a lot like it's funny. Like most games that you start playing a lot, you start to see uh, like patterns almost of
Mm-hmm.
like you can relate one aspect of chess to one aspect of League, and because you know that aspect of chess, it just helps you to understand League better,
Mm-hmm.
type stuff. I
Yeah.
think that stuff's really really interesting.
I wonder if chess
I
is like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
I wonder if chess is like the quintessential like 1v1 like decision making game. I wonder if that's the core of like gaming. At least competitive, like human v human gaming.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I don't know. That's kind of a hard question.
Yeah. I
It's
wonder if
also a hard move on what I want to do here.
yeah.
What were you gonna say though?
I wonder if there's like a way to break down strategy more than this. There probably is.
More than chess?
Yeah. Oh, checkers, I guess.
Yeah, checkers is just like a simplified version of chess.
Yeah. Yeah. But then it takes away some of the yeah, I guess this is the case for everything, but when you take away complexity, you take away like skill cap, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Also, another point to be made on the TFT to League comparison.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost say that resourcefulness, like some people I feel like are just more naturally gonna be gifted with being resourceful. Maybe, and that's a pretty broad blanket statement to make.
I think that's definitely true.
But I feel like compared to League, you'd have to learn it all yourself, whereas TFT, you can kind of innately, like if say you're a person like that who has strong traits in stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
you're just naturally going to be more or just better at the game. But then again, like I'm trying to think of a case to be made for League where you could say the same thing.
Well, I think the fact that TFT has an economy system that compounds interest makes real life skills more applicable to it than League. So I think the learning curve of League of Legends that is not real life. It has nothing to do with like any real life skills, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, for
it's
sure.
just mouse and keyboard. Like you just have to be good at games.
Yeah,
But there are like analytical and like economical skills that you can take into games with economies. Which I
mean,
guess
in a way, League has an economy though, right?
yeah, but it's not like the goal isn't to save so that you can like save more money to make more money, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of is. Think about it. You need money to buy items, and you need items to get kills. To get money, you
Yeah.
get kills or get minions faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in a
Okay.
way, I mean,
Yeah.
see, I knew you were gonna do that, but I was just trying to figure out what I can do from here.
No, that's pretty good move. Wait,
Was it though?
was it?
I mean, I can just move him back to safety.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I really want to do that.
Ben said checkers is a solved game. AI have gotten to the point where they will either win or tie, never lose. Oh dang. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that
Damn.
makes sense with like the losing complexity also loses skill cap or like different ways the game can go if everyone's making like the ideal move every time. It becomes a formula a lot quicker. I feel like I figured that out. I just had a weird like flashback. I feel like I figured that out at some point playing like one of my younger brothers in checkers at some point where I was playing on one side and we had just been like playing all night, and depending on who went first, it automatically determined who would win because the formula had been set. But maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. I just had a weird like memory drop.
Yeah, what is the word for that? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Um,
Memory drop. I mean, it's a flashback, kind of.
yeah, it's not quite like well, it kind of is. What is it where you like remember something but you don't remember if it's real? Uh, Chat, help me out if you know what I'm talking about.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sort of like that, but I can't remember if it really happened. Boy, I am really gonna win on time,
I have so many different options to go
huh?
here. And I think I'll do this option. Hmm.
I just realized a strategy of mine could be to only ask questions when it's your turn.
Mm.
And that's how I win by time.
Yeah, just make
Just
me not
distract
focus
you.
on my moves. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm taking so long.
No, it's good. I'm looking at the board too, and I'm thinking.
There's just so many things happening right now
Mm-hmm.
that it's hard to know which one leads to the fruits,
Yeah. Well, we took a while to develop, so the waterfall hasn't happened yet. Everything's still on the board. Is that usually the case in a game of chess where like it'll be slow until you take one piece and then just
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it's usually up to one person, but yeah, it's usually how it goes down. It's like so in not professional chess, but I guess higher level chess, what you'll see often is they won't even it's like they're not even they're not even paying attention to the other player when they're initially developing their pieces.
Mm-hmm.
They're just doing what they want to basically, or reacting or
Yeah.
however. But it's really interesting because usually what sets it off is a pawn move.
Hmm.
So one person will develop an entire scheme to like take control over one square in the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so to bust it open, they usually just push one pawn forward and then all the pieces come with it.
Hmm.
I mean, I can't speak for every game, but it's
Yeah.
usually how it goes.
Hmm.
Develop structures and then move your pieces around until you find a position you can either get in or a favorable trade.
Mm-hmm. It's looking like you've got some favorable trades going on here.
I don't know. See, I'm sacrificing a piece in the hopes that I get better position.
Mm-hmm. Wait, as in your knight, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because on service, it's like I'm trading a knight for a pawn,
Mm-hmm.
but it's always deeper than that.
I can't castle here, right? I have to move my bishop.
Nope.
Yeah.
You have to move your bishop, or you have to move your queen, and you also can't castle out of check. So
Oh,
like if
okay.
you're in check, you can't castle, and you also can't castle over check. So
Oh, okay.
if your
You can't like
king
move
was
within the line of fire.
exact, you can't move over the line of
Mm-hmm.
fire.
Hmm. I think I only have one move.
I think it's push your king up.
Yeah.
And now,
Now you go crazy.
do I go crazy?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think I go crazy quite yet. but I'm about there, and that's why I want to sacrifice the piece.
Yeah.
Trying to get some crazy
Just
crazy
having
things going on.
just having that bishop on the other side of the board, I feel like raises both of our blood pressures a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you're like, okay, he's in the danger zone, and I'm like, he's in the attack zone.
Yeah, I don't really know what zone I'm in right now, but I think. See, I want to play. I want my like instinct is to just play fast, but it's like we have 30 minutes left.
Yeah. Maybe we should play a 20-minute game after this.
Yeah, let's do
Wait,
that.
what'd you just take? Was that a knight?
I took your knight with my knight.
Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I feel like you're seeing something I'm not. Oh yeah, that was another thing I wanted to talk about was another reason I think we like chess so much. Well, maybe not, but it's sort of like a flex that we're humans and that we're capable of that kind of foresight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like a. I don't. Yeah, I know what you're saying though.
It's like,
Because just two brains.
yeah, yeah. We're the like most developed mind. Like no other creature we know of can play a game like this.
Yeah. It's a flex on all natural life.
Yeah.
Hmm. See, I don't know why you didn't opt to take the horse.
Because then your
The
bishop would
farm.
just take my knight for free. Unless you didn't see that, in which case I guess I.
No, I wasn't. That's what I initially had planned, but I was just gonna put you in check.
Hmm.
But what you did there is honestly a better move. Maybe.
Wait, how are you gonna put me in check? Oh, with your bishop.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean, I still think I do the same thing. Where I just put you in check.
Yeah, I'm in kind of a pickle. I'm a little congested right now. My board is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
What am I waiting on?
Me. All right. I can't. My processing power can't see every move that results from this, but
And I think, that was the first move I thought of after you had moved that horse. Because my entire plan had been to put you in check and
mhm.
not take the horse for free. But then you did that move, and now I just don't know whether to take it with the horse. Or
I think I set it up so that if you look to, well, no, I'll wait. I'm not gonna commentate yet. Yeah, while you're thinking, I'll mention that the music playing before stream was my brother's band Run Wilson, who will so that was their EP, and they're releasing an album in a few months, and they're gonna be on to talk and play some stuff 2 Fridays from now, I believe, and I think they're gonna release a single from the album that night too, so you'll hear it here first.
That's awesome. I like that name a lot.
I think the bass player's last name is Wilson, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's what it's from, but yeah, it's nice, and it fits the music really well, I feel like.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of the stream opening.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, these are some vibes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to. I think I'm gonna make a playlist of like everything that people play of their own stuff. Like if it's on Spotify, people come on and they have stuff on Spotify and they play it on the podcast. I'm gonna make a playlist for everyone to bop to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was the
Yeah, that'd be
initial.
awesome.
The initial thought was just music, but then I was like, but that's not. There's more, you know.
Mm-hmm. There's more to the human experience.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard to realize sometimes, honestly, like when you're in the thick of it, when you're like really diving into something. It's easy to get one-dimensional.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hmm.
It's crazy how unique these games can get.
Yeah. Chances are that we're in a game that has never ever been played on a chessboard is probably very high.
Yeah. That's crazy. 8x8 board, and that's possible.
Right? The amount of different possible chess positions there are is incomprehensible.
Yeah.
It's like how many grains of sand are in the fucking ocean, you know?
Yeah.
Like we'll never know.
Yeah.
It's calculatable though.
Well, yeah, so oh god, I'm not even gonna start to do the math. Or am I? 8x8, there's
Oh dude, it's
16
you can't
pieces.
calculate.
Okay. I'm sure someone can.
There's no way.
And each piece has, you'd have to calculate the.
So like 8x8, right? 8x8, and then each piece could be on each individual square. So that's a unique
Well, not quite.
position for
Not
each
quite,
piece.
because like it would take certain moves to get there.
Yeah.
But maybe
yeah.
that expands it even further. I don't
No,
even
it
know.
does. It's
that's too
almost
much.
infinite.
That's too much. I need a better processor.
Yeah. When's Neuralink coming out?
Yeah, dude.
Then we
Elon.
can download some brain RAM or something.
Yeah. Maybe I should get Elon on here to talk about his content creation.
Yeah, you should actually hit him up.
Hit him up, yeah.
I'm sure he'd be.
I'll tweet at him.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll notice it.
Yeah.
And be very interested.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
No. That I do not take offense. That's hilarious.
Dude, I don't know what I'm doing here.
I was just thinking about how nuts that would be.
If you got Elon on,
Yeah. Or even the power of his of him tweeting the link to anyone's Twitch channel.
yeah.
Just think about that. Wow. Let alone appearing.
What is it like to just wake up each day, go on Twitch, and be like, I I could change this guy's life forever and give him
Yeah.
like millions of followers.
Yeah. Or millions of dollars and it's like nothing.
Yeah. Or Jeff Bezos, if Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
started getting on the Twitch platform.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so. To simplify things,
Are you gonna do it?
I don't want to, but I will. I really don't like doing that move. I want to do something greedier. But I don't think any of those routes pay out for me.
I don't think so either.
Because what I wanted to do last turn was this. Hey, you almost have a pawn cube in the center here.
Mm-hmm.
Since I started playing chess, I've always wanted to see a pawn cube. But I've never got one. I've gotten close, but never gotten a pawn cube.
I think it's impossible from my current state. Actually, no, it's not.
No, it's not. Because I could push this pawn in front of that one, and then you'd have 1-2, 1-2.
Uh-huh.
Then you just need to connect them again by moving them.
Or
together.
you could, or I could get one with my, I don't know, like numbers. My left two pawns. If they attack, if my leftmost pawn attacks twice and the one next to that attacks once, to the right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do you see on the bottom of the screen? There's like HG.
Yeah.
Or
So
ABCD?
so that'd be A2 and B2. Yeah.
Yep. So I wanted to do this last turn. But I didn't know how to calculate for if you took my knight with your pawn. I got lost somewhere down the line of that route.
Mm-hmm.
And that's often the case, like for just starting out in chess, and even for me, like oversimplifying things is kind of what you want to be aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
Like
I have a
simpler
piece for a
trades.
piece.
Yeah.
Instead of potentially, blundering a piece to get a position I know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also learning.
What happens if I? Okay, this might be crazy.
We can talk it out too. Oh, king there. See, I want to say that's a bad move. But
I
I
do
can tell you
too.
why.
But
I can tell you
I
why
don't
right now.
see. I don't see it being. Oh wait, no, I don't see it being punished super hard.
Oh yeah, I think you could have made that move
Earlier.
Yeah.
No, there was
There's something in the way.
I feel like it could have been attacked by like one of your knights at some. I don't know. I forget everything that happened.
I want to push my pawn up so bad.
Oh yeah, Ben. Yeah. There's probably not that many states, but every decision has like 1 to 16 possibilities. So 16 to the 16 with an exponent of the number of turns. That makes sense. 16 possible moves. Yeah. That's ballpark at least. But on the first turn, I think there's only... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. The first turn, there's more than 16 possibilities.
You do have me in quite the pickle.
I've
But
been actively trying to, rather than defend when I'm being attacked, like return with aggression, because I think that's where my downfall has been in the past.
yeah, no, that's the same. I can definitely relate to that. I would just focus too hard on defending something,
Mm-hmm.
and that in turn would just leave my board even more open
Mm-hmm.
because I've thrown all my resources into defending the only thing that I saw,
Mm-hmm.
rather than create my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what to do here.
I need to activate my rooks. I'm surprised my camera hasn't froze yet. Normally freezes like every couple of minutes.
Really?
Yeah. I just have to unplug it and plug it back in.
No. I'm just gonna do that because I think that's an okay move.
Really?
Uh-huh. I mean, I have no way of defending my bishop, right? So why not do this?
I guess
It's
so.
probably a horrible move,
Wait,
but
okay. I think I. Yeah. Uh. Wait. Alright, now we're in the thick of it here.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it kind of gets complicated.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You got the move?
It was a little hasty, but I think I got the general idea.
Okay.
Dang, every turn on my turn I've been meaning to ask, but I keep forgetting, so I'm just gonna BM. Um, so you said earlier that a primary reason for doing things is winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's very simplified, obviously, but like
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then okay, let me preface this a little bit. A lot
Okay.
of this podcast is gonna be with musicians,
Okay.
and you're like obviously an avid consumer of music, even though you haven't like studied it per se.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then, why do you do that?
Why do I listen to music?
Yeah.
Um, I mean that's also another pretty loaded question,
Yeah.
but I guess I listen to music as like a kind of like going back to the game topic about how it's kind of communication in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I use music to more easily digest and decipher how I feel about things, typically. So, and it's not like I use it all the time. Like I listen to music recreationally, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like it's that whole thing of like communicating without communicating type thing of like the way someone else interprets an idea, the
Yeah.
way that the way that they propose the idea or sing it or however might make you think differently about the whole thing. or
Mm-hmm.
might help you to understand why it is you think about some things. Or I also use music to provoke emotion. So like run, like why people will listen to music when they run.
Mm-hmm.
It's for that same thing of like it helps me to understand the emotion that I'm seeking and to truly feel and understand that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just kind of like a very
Yeah.
loose leaf definition, but
For some reason, I almost halfway like expected the part about like getting another person's perspective, like um, hearing how other people go through things, like, and
hmm
then uh, produce something to like memorialize that almost.
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you use music for, Joel? Besides your education?
Right. That's the simple answer is in the future money, profession,
Okay.
which is kind of weird, and I didn't think about that until my voice professor one day was like, "You all think I go home and listen to like opera and like am just living in this? No, this is just my job. I'm good at it, so I make money doing it." And I was like, "All right."
Interesting.
She obviously loves what she does, but
Yeah.
is that was like a very unique take that I hadn't really heard before.
Yeah, no, for sure. That reminded me of a time I was on Reddit and I was on the live section. You know
Yeah,
how people broadcast?
yeah, I love that.
And there was some painter there, and he painted ocean scenes, and he was really
Mm.
really good. Like thousands of people were watching him.
Mm-hmm.
He was answering questions, and someone asked him uh, like what got you into painting or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
he said the exact same thing of like for money.
Yeah,
I do this, I enjoy doing it, but it's just something I found that I was good at, and I'm doing it to just make money.
yeah,
And it was like, because I don't know if you feel the same way, but people in those like kind of niche professions, it's almost like there's an idea that they have to be some kind of savant
mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
to get to the position they're in. When
yeah,
in fact, like you said, like a lot of people just do it because they're good at it and make some money.
yeah. And that was one of the points she was trying to make. In addition, was she wasn't born with any ability to do it. She just worked hard and figured out that she had the capability to like improve this skill and make a career out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's such a weird, for some reason. Actually, I think I have an idea as to why like the arts are sort of mystical and people think it's just like you roll out of the cradle with the talent to do that
Mm-hmm.
rather than like working hard to get there. I think it's just because it's so abstract and it's hard for people to understand without taking years to sort through like what is actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like we like attribute like pagan beliefs into that vein. Like we
Yeah.
don't understand it, so we attribute mysticism to it or something.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Where in reality,
Yeah.
you can just work like you would anything else, like in a gym, and
Yeah.
you would get good at it.
For sure. No, that's something that I've definitely learned as I've gotten older. Of
Yeah.
like, a lot of people aren't just naturally born with things, and if they are, then they're actual savants or prodigies.
Yeah.
But I mean, just like everybody else, like they did work to get to the position they're in.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's there's a
definitely a
pretty
human skill.
yeah there's a pretty directional like correlation between like hours spent on something and
hmm
proficiency.
Yeah, like that old saying goes, it's like, what is it? Like take 10,000 hours
Yeah,
until you
something like
become a
that.
master at
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. I think that's pretty true for the most part. I mean, it certainly helps to have someone guiding you, like another master guiding you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll probably learn a little quicker there, but
Yeah.
if you're just like on a deserted island by yourself and you want to be, a juggler when you get back, you
Just
better put
figure it
in,
out.
yeah, you better figure it out.
Yeah.
See, Joel, you got me stumped again. And I think I'm just going to disregard everything you do and do this instead.
All right. So what happens when I do that? God, I'm being so hasty. Yeah. There you go.
I don't know if it really does anything for me, though.
I should really. I do more thinking after I take a turn than I do before.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Uh,
It's the curse of chess, really.
yeah.
Um, let's just try it. I don't know what this leads to, but I only have 10 minutes left and you have 40, so.
uh, do I sack?
Sack what?
Sack, but it's a early Renaissance and Baroque instrument. You should look it up. It's comical sound. It's like worse than bagpipes.
What's it called? Sack?
Yeah, SACBUT. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. It looks like a dwarf trumpet. I don't even know what it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah, that's pretty
Or
good.
trombone.
Yeah,
Trombone.
yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Sackbut is my favorite instrument.
Wow.
That's a
I will say it looks very interesting though.
It sounds horrible in my opinion. I mean, every sound has its place, but on
Not that
average,
one.
yeah. Well, it has its place, but uh, modernism has definitely pointed us in the right direction.
What if I did that?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know either.
Wait, but
That's
then I can just keep blocking with rook.
Could you though? I had
Yeah.
that in mind, but I mean, does my rook or does my oh, with your rook you said.
Yeah. Or bishop.
You can't keep blocking.
Why?
Actually, I don't know. You can? I would say I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything actually because I don't want to give you any help.
All right. I could block with several things.
Yeah,
As in two.
so several.
Yeah. Do you know how many turns chess games typically last? Is there like an average?
Uh, Not that I'm aware of. I know like tournament chess kind of operates in so like say you get 20 minutes
Mm-hmm.
for your first 20 moves. And then after you hit your 20 moves, you get an extra like I think 20 more minutes
Okay.
with a time increment. So I don't
Gotcha.
know if maybe like 100 move limit. I'm sure there's like limiters on how many moves can be made in certain
Mm-hmm.
game types, but
Hmm.
I don't know the average like length of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like now we're on move 20.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where I would get 20 extra minutes.
Mm-hmm. Can you add time?
I don't think so.
Okay.
On Lichess you can, but Lichess is worse than chess.com in my opinion. There's a huge debate about it, but I like chess.com.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's good. Do both have like MMR systems?
Yeah. I would say it's a little more inflated on Lichess though.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
I think I'm gonna do that.
my ranking on Lichess, for example, is I think like 1100 or 1200,
Okay.
which is essentially the rank that I'm at now on chess.com.
Okay. This is more gratifying, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
If it gets to that point, I can always just like tell you what move I'm gonna make while it's still my turn.
It doesn't matter.
Because I've been BMing with
No, it's all
the
good.
the question strat.
Hey, if anything, it's my fault for falling for it because you literally said at the beginning,
Yeah.
this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
This is my strategy. So
I
if
haven't
anything, it's
I
my
haven't
fault.
been doing it aggressively, but maybe that's for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how I operate now, and then the next time you can either
Really attack.
really attack or maybe draw it back a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna do this instead.
Hmm.
Aha.
I miss my knights.
Yeah. They always gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know much about the point system
Mm-mm.
in chess?
Mm-mm.
So, in an end game sense, and this is still up for debate because people still can't agree on which one's better, but some people argue, or the more popular argument is that bishops are more, or that they have more value. So, like, okay, so when the board is full and there's all pieces,
Yeah.
it's like rook is I think 5 points each. Knights
Oh.
are I think 3, and bishops are also 3. But people like Gary Kasparov, like legends of chess,
Mm-hmm.
they all say different things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so he thinks that bishops in a pair in the end game are worth about like 3.5, and horses in the end game are worth about 3.1 or 2.
Okay.
Like
That makes
the
sense to
the
me.
decimals don't really really matter to us,
Yeah.
but
Just classification.
yeah.
Yeah.
But from a reigning chess champion,
Yeah.
it's like
That's interesting. So it's like a bounty system almost.
yeah.
Huh.
But if they aren't in pairs, then bishop could be considered worse late game than horse
Yeah.
because
Okay. That makes sense
yeah,
too.
just the
'Cause-
influence.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hmm. Is
it's
that
really
like
never ending.
a scoring thing then? Like, is there a way
Kind
to
of.
win by that?
No,
Okay.
no. It's kind of just an easier way to digest what
Yeah.
exactly is happening on the board and who has like on the surface an advantage.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But because like right now you have the advantage
Mm-hmm.
point wise,
But
but
position wise.
positionally, some might say that I even have a better position
Mm-hmm.
just because my pawns are untouched.
What happens if I do this?
Mm, if you do that,
Are you down? Handshake?
Are we drawing right here? Right here, right now?
No,
Is this the draw?
definitely no draw. I'm out for
I
blood.
uh, I mean, what you're doing here is
A win trade.
well, I mean, I think any trade for you will be good, but
Yeah.
I think getting your queen out, this could head into a draw.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I think what I'll just do is what will I do? See, I really don't think I should trade here. And I'm trying to think if there's a way. No, there's not. I'm trying to think of some crazy stuff involving my queen,
Mm-hmm.
like sacrificing the queen, but I think you kind of have forced me to make this trade.
I offered it.
It's pretty forceful, Joel. Can't really move anywhere else. I could take the pawn. I could take your pawn with my bishop, though. And sacrifice my bishop for nothing.
For a pawn. It's not nothing.
So, maybe what I will do. Let's try. You know, maybe thinking about it now, maybe this is making the trade even better for you.
You think so?
I mean, I guess I'll have some pass pawns on the left, but it'll be double stacked. And because I'm already down material, having double stacked pawns is like not great. So by doing that, I'd basically be getting your board position right now, except my double pawns will be in a worthless position, and your double pawns will be in the center, and you're up material. So I don't know how it plays out, but
Yeah.
that's just my thought. Yeah, I think it maybe instead is to just keep my pawns intact. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you won't even move your queen.
Maybe not. I kind of like that little setup I have.
With the bishop and all.
Yeah.
But the scary thing is your rook. You can't move your rook. So if you give me any wiggle room to maybe do something sneaky, something bad could happen.
Yeah. I kind of want to give you some wiggle room and see what happens. But also, because I think trading one for one pieces when you're ahead. Well, if it's anything like League, it's probably not the best, right? When you're ahead, you never want to trade one for one, right?
I mean, not necessarily. Like if you're just looking for a simple game and maybe like a draw or I mean even wins, like you can be pretty confident at a certain level of like when you're up enough material that you'll just automatically win regardless.
Yeah.
And I think this could either be a draw or you win by taking my queen here. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like I said, I'm not great at chess. I just like playing it. But yeah, I think the way this game, which most classical games usually end in draws,
Hmm.
which is why I
Means
don't
it's.
know if you know Hikaru.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, wow, I'm actually an idiot for not seeing. Wow, okay. Uh, so Hikaru is basically like classical chess is dead. Nobody wants to watch it, and it's just weighing chess down, basically, is what kind of
Hmm.
he believes.
Hmm.
And to an extent, I do agree with him because, watching 6-hour chess games to end in draws is like not a lot of advertisers, want to put their name on stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, not to say that's the only thing to be worried about, but
Hmm.
nobody's
Well,
gonna sit there and watch it.
that's certainly like what's rewarded most in our society. I think
Oh, definitely.
is ad revenue, pretty much.
hmm Esports in general, really.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing. I think that's the only like that's the biggest thing keeping most like media afloat, or like
hmm
everything.
Yeah.
Which is
Which is,
why, yeah, I don't know.
which is why what?
I I just realized that's that's like why things of lesser, like, it's like creating an effect where things that the public is currently interested are like being catapulted to the top, and things
hmm
that have a more niche audience are staying in the mud, or like struggling,
Yeah.
is because of
I,
that system.
I mean, I would agree. Maybe not with that entire statement, but because I mean, I guess I don't know. Because I guess you didn't really. Hmm. I'm trying to think out this thought.
Yeah, same. I didn't do it fully before I spoke,
Yeah.
which is that's classic. That's a
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what
vintage
it
Joel
is.
Andrews right there.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess for the most part, I'd agree with that. It's kind of like the instant gratification
Yeah.
culture, and it kind of reminds me a lot of like convenience stores. Me and Brian were talking about this a while ago. Like, if you really think about what a convenience store is, like say Come and Go,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at all these like you know, like little corner stores like BP or all these weird like little niche convenience stores that kind of like sell more than convenience items,
Yeah.
and you're starting to slowly see like the downfall of those places, and it's kind of getting recycled into this I guess this new age that we have now of like people want things when they want them
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but it's like it just comes down to like convenience, like it's in the name.
Yeah. Wait. So you're saying they're going down?
No, I'm saying like those like little standalone like
Oh, like
like pantry stores
as
type,
opposed to like Come and Go,
as opposed to like major
like
chains like
Hy-Vee.
Come and Go.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly. And I think a lot of that is to do with like the instant gratification of like say those hometown little like standalone shops that are gas stations that also kind of like mini grocery store type things.
yeah.
People aren't buying that kind of stuff anymore at convenience stores. It's kind of just
Mm-hmm.
like pizza or like roller grill items
Mm-hmm.
or, just like fast interactions and fast. It's kind of moving away from the whole being in a store thing. It's
Yeah.
like true. It's like truly convenience
Uh
now.
huh. And add on top of that the whole like grocery delivery system now.
Oh yeah,
That's
like
that's
online
even like
shopping.
that's next level. Yeah.
Yeah, I think slowly we're gonna start to see everything kind of
Yeah.
evolve or devolve,
Yeah. I
whichever way
think
you
that's
want to put
true.
it.
I do think this might be a hot take, but I think after the pandemic we're gonna see like sort of a renaissance of material things rather than virtual things. Like I think people are they're gonna crave like not ordering their groceries online and having them delivered.
Yeah,
like,
I would.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine. It's like, yeah, I think that was all I was gonna say.
Oh.
The convenience, like they want to work for what they're doing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It kind of it reminds me of Mark Cuban is on record saying this.
Yeah.
That by I think I don't know what year it is.
I just followed him on Twitter, by the way.
Really, Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
He so he did an interview a little while ago saying, you know, by 2033 or 2035 or whatever, that a philosophy degree will be more valuable to society than a computer science degree will.
Yeah.
And you know, normally it's something to kind of scoff at, but when somebody like say Mark Cuban, not that he's like the guy I look up to and
Yeah.
you know, seek
The
wisdom
moral
from.
authority, Mark Cuban.
Yeah, but I mean he's a pretty reliable and credible source to be.
I think I would agree with that.
And it is, I feel like you're totally right of we're just going to go down so far down this road to where we realize we don't like being down the road we're in, and then we're going to, you know, cling to material things or just interaction, I guess. Like having to physically go out and do things. It's really in our blood to do them. But it's a convenience to not have to. And I feel like after a certain point that convenience will lose its novelty, and we'll just be left like seeking that, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, time will tell, I guess, but
For sure.
I feel like ever since like maybe even before the Industrial Revolution, like with automation and everything that entails, the whole thing is like to take stuff off of our plates and to make our lives like make us do less stuff.
Yeah.
Which maybe in the end really makes us like, instead of doing things to like keep ourselves alive, then we're like getting the philosophy degree maybe, which is nice. But if we're just doing it to, you know, just to not do physical things, I feel like that's where it's kind of scary. That it turns into like Wall-E, you know.
Yeah, no, I was that's literally exactly what I was thinking of the people in the, you know, floating chairs, like
I gotta move, dude.
Just you know, zombied out.
Yeah. Am I doing this queen trade?
Dude, do whatever your heart desires.
I've been eyeing this move.
Taking the queen?
This move.
Whoa.
I don't know why. I do know why, but
do you know why?
It was a 10-minute turn, and I don't know if I do.
Well, hear me out, Joel. Oh, is that a shit move?
Probably.
Ah, dude. I gotta move though, cause my clock.
Yeah.
Aha.
Wait.
Now it is safe.
Oh my god.
Aha. See, that's what when I was like, oh, I didn't see this earlier. When you initially threatened me, I could have done that.
Okay. Then I'm gonna disregard that and do what I was planning to do, I think.
I think I would too. Oh. Why that move?
As opposed to my other rook?
Well, I'm just curious as to this move specifically. You want the pawn?
I mean, I'm sort of, at this point, I'm kind of trying to just whittle you down.
Makes sense.
Which I might not. I might just not be being aggressive enough.
Well, I'm gonna try to do this then.
I think I have my little tiny bit of obsessive compulsiveness makes me want to clear everything rather than just get a checkmate. You know.
Oh, really?
I
Just
think
like
I think I just realized that. Yeah.
just restart it all.
No.
You
Clear the
okay,
whole
okay.
board.
Okay,
Take
I
every
see what you're
piece.
saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Like 100%ing games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's a solid goal. And that pawn is truly hanging right there, so
Yeah.
it is
And
entirely free.
I should have just traded the queen, dude.
Yeah, because now it's like you allow me one move to do something, and it could go south pretty quickly. But in the same regard, you're a few moves away from doing some pretty dirty stuff too. But it's just like finding out which moves you want to allow me to make, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's the hard part.
I should have done this last turn. I wasted a turn. So I'm not gonna pursue that path then.
What was the move, if you don't mind me asking?
Uh,
You can just say the number like F4 or
my C1 to C4 is the move I am regretting.
with the queen. Oh, whoops.
Rook.
C4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you regret that move?
Yeah.
But why?
Um,
Because, I mean,
I think I should have just taken your bishop, to be honest.
for the rook?
I think so, because then from this position I can attack your queen with my pawn
Ah,
with
yeah,
no
yeah.
consequence.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now I've developed my pawn.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would have totally.
I probably would have won the game off of that, actually.
Yeah,
Because I
most
could have
definitely.
traded queen for nothing. Or you move your queen and my rook's in your base, not getting attacked.
Yeah, I mean, which was what I would have. That's what I was trying to calculate is like, because I wouldn't have to take the rook, right? Which I probably wouldn't because I'd just lose my queen for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of something else I could do from that position, but there's really not a whole lot
Mm.
except for the move I just made right now, pawn to h5. I still think I probably would have done something like that. Or
Mm-hmm.
actually, no, I would have to move my queen. Yeah, I don't know, probably just safety.
I think I'm still just gonna do it. I wasted a turn, but oops.
See, now I can do that.
Yeah, that you can. And I have one move.
hmm No, I don't think there's a way to checkmate here,
Mm-mm. I
but
don't think so either.
I can just take the rook now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing I find myself getting frustrated at least when I play chess, is tunnel visioning super hard.
Uh-huh.
Of like, I have one strategy in mind, I'm only gonna do this one strategy.
Uh-huh.
And by the time it's there, they've already seen it and they've already made their moves to defend it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in that all or nothing.
Yep. Dang, you have 2 rooks left?
Yeah, and double
Alright,
rook is...
I threw this game.
Yeah.
I should have traded queens. I
Yeah.
didn't think trading queens was the best for some reason.
If you're ahead in pieces, arguably any trade is good for you.
Hmm.
And that was kind of like I didn't really want to speak on the topic a whole lot because like I'm no expert by any
Yeah.
means.
Yeah.
But for the most part, when you're up in material, trades are gonna be more advantageous for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, worst comes to worst, you either win or you draw.
Mm-hmm.
That is, if you don't completely blunder some pieces
Yeah.
along the way, which might be the story of this game. You had a winning position, and then I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I also don't think it's like lost for you by any means,
Yeah, no.
but now it's a less favorable position for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. Huh. Uh... Now I should really start attacking you with questions.
Yeah. Now is the time.
Nah. I want this to play out.
So, I mean, in that case, I'll probably just retreat. Yeah, I only got 3 minutes left. I gotta be thinking. Okay.
Still have my bishop pair. I feel pretty good about that. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not all bad, but I think Miss Queen's just gonna get to eating.
Yeah.
Just munch them all up.
Munch them all up.
Yeah, and then. I think maybe we'll just do this.
Hmm.
But now it's tricky because.
You have
Okay.
to close somehow. I don't think that was the move.
The king there.
Yeah. Your d4 is really... That's what's really clogging up my board. Yeah, that was dumb. Oh my god, dude. What? Why? Why didn't I just... Oh, wait, okay, never mind.
Yeah, your
Okay.
queen is still protected, but
Yeah.
I think I'll just take to make it less complicated. And now I'm gonna have to start playing kind of fast.
Uh-huh. Your pawns are in really good spots.
Yeah, and that was kind of a little byproduct of the little fiesta we had over there on the
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
H file.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Whoa. Why th why that move, Joel?
Because I don't think.
Do some thinking now about the move.
Yeah, that's what I'm
How it
doing.
should go. How it should go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was a. What'd you have in mind? To attack the rook?
I mean, yeah, I probably should have just retreated.
Yeah, bishop pair is kind of your only win condition,
Yeah,
and now that win condition is completely gone.
yeah.
And now it's just eating time. And now it is the eating time.
If you can. I can also just delay your time with pawns.
You can. Then I'll just eat those too. You know what, Joel? I've had enough.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yep.
Uh.
Uh-oh.
Wait, we can just dance till you
Spaghetti.
run out of time, yeah?
Or I can just
Oh
retreat.
my god, dude. I threw that game so hard.
Yeah. We can actually go to the analysis here.
Yeah? How do we
Yeah,
do
if you
that?
want to see in the
Analysis.
yep,
Oh, I have
see
to
it.
sign up. You should do it.
Oh, here, I'll share my screen for you if you want.
Yeah. Oops. Uh, oh, you've got a different skin on than I do.
Yeah, I have a custom one on.
That looks nice.
Yeah, dude, chess.com has some. That's why I like chess.com because the customizable options you have with this, like even your profile background, like you can make it whatever picture you want. Like, yeah, and there's no other chess site that really allows for that customization. Let's take a look at So it looks like I mean, we played pretty well. It seems there's a bunch of questionable moves, but it, I mean, for the most part, it seems like we played fairly well. Let's make our way to the first mistake. Okay. So your first mistake was moving your horse here. And I think it's because you wasted a turn to not develop this or this, so then you can get your king to safety. Yeah, and it'd be like that sometimes. But first mistake, and then I made a mistake. Apparently, I take pawn there. Let's see why. So I take pawn, and then you take. Well, see, then but then yeah, I mean, you could. I think maybe the better option would be this, or no, it does say that pawn takes is best. So this is still a good move, but this would be best. And I think maybe it's because the 2 pawns in the center, like, they're just controlling so much space here. Yeah. Then, like, this structure right here is what you call backwards pawns. Normally, you'd want them, like this, like, in this structure. This is kinda bad because if this pawn ever falls, then both of these are gonna be pawn islands. Because like, eventually, you're gonna wanna, develop this, maybe keep them there, but, you know, this is a problem. But all good. Mistake was made, and then blunder, and it's yeah, it says horseback here is just the best move. It just wants you to, like, undo that move by any means. But we have to take some of this with a grain of salt, though, because we don't have the eyes that a computer does, we can't see 30 moves ahead. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I think that was just a blunder because I can just take with the horse. But I think I accidentally yeah, I do that first. You do that. It still says the knight was taking the best move. Okay, so you made all the best moves here. Okay. Ooh, yeah, see, pawn takes knight there. Because I remember after you did that, I was like, why didn't you just take the horse? Um, yep. Beautiful move though. Okay, two beautiful moves. Dude, surprisingly, we played this game pretty well. Okay, there's a blunder. Why is this a bad move though? It means blunder, which basically means there's a move that white can have now to totally destroy me. Okay, so you see this bar on the left side here? This is the advantage bar. Well, yeah, kind of. Uh, yeah, kind of. It's just an advantage bar. The points do play into it, but I'm not quite sure like how the computer analyzes it, so I don't want to, you know. But yeah, so I have a pretty substantial lead right now. Minus 389. And then I do this, and now you have an insane advantage. So blunder just means like, yeah, there's something you can do now to totally destroy me. But I'm trying to think of what it could be. So I go there, and then so what can you do here that destroys me? Is what I'm trying to think. Well, yeah. Yeah, then I just take for free. It's gotta be. Well, let's just make this move. H3. So what you did what Yep. So then now I actually can't do anything. Which is kind of the idea you ended up making anyways. So blunder, and you still made a good move. Yeah, and then I'm supposed to avoid you moving this here by taking the pawn. Which I mean, and I had thoughts of doing that and like seeing what, yeah, like salvaging, like you said, and seeing what comes from it. But in my mind, like keeping it there was way better than giving up what I had going and sacrificing it for one pawn. because I truly didn't see anything after this. But so points wise, yeah, you had me pretty crushed here. Good move, and it's a mistake, but I mean, it's not that bad. It still wants me to do that. So okay, you take, and then out. See, I don't know. Queen there. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. But yeah, okay, blunder. Good move. Great move. It wants me to trade queens. And then you even capitalized on it and were like, "Okay, well." It's still telling me to take, and it yeah, yeah. So that's a mistake. It's still saying what I'm d like, and I think it kind of makes sense though, because truthfully, if you think about it, like, on a sportsman-like level, like, out of respect, like, say if we were 2 computers playing, it's kind of like doing this move is saying, "Okay, well, I'm lost, but I think you're gonna blunder the game, and I'm gonna get away with some cheesy stuff." Like, that's what this move is doing, and the computers are like, "No, I'm not like, if this game is played perfectly, they're not gonna mess up, so just take the queen right now before anything bad happens." Mhm. But yeah, this is literally like this would be, I don't even know, considered bad-mannered, honestly. Okay. Yeah, it just says, yeah, just take. Mhm. Oh, I coulda done that. I like this better, though. It's a nice little, uh yeah, it's a nice symmetrical structure, and my king's protected from literally, like, every direction, even though it is in the center. Oh, and now after you waited. Oh, yeah, wait, because if you go here, hit this? No, because I took. Yeah, if mhm. Yeah, those are the ones that you, like, were truly like, "Dang, I don't know if I." Yeah. Great move, good move, good move. Little bit of a blunder, just kinda wants you to push the pawns out there, and then from here, it was like, yeah, I mean, after this takes, after you allow me to take it, because it's defended. Because if you would've done that, I can't take it, because your pawn defends it. So you just kind of allowed me to do the same thing you coulda done to me. It's so cool seeing, like, how you could have condensed the game, though, like, there was probably, like, 4 or 5 dead moves that both of us each made, like, 4 or 5 moves that a computer coulda totally cut out. And that's the funnest part about this analysis machine, is you can kind of just explore any route and see the. Oh, dude, if you're worried about getting addicted to chess, this is not for you. This is not for you. Especially with premium, because with premium, I could say click on this. Oh, it even does show me the lines. It'll show me exactly, like, the best line to do if this move is made. So each. Uh-huh. You could just see move by move what the best possible thing would be. Yeah. And you can even see openings. I mean, yeah, that's assuming they make the most appropriate response after your response. But yeah, no, it's super cool, and it's really fun to find out like really tricky things. Like, have you seen this? Hold on, I'll. Oh, can I not? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's cool to see just like not the whole game be played out, but say if you want to experiment with a new opening, you can see like, okay, if they make this move, then this is the best response, or if they make that move, then I just do this instead, kind of thing. So then you can keep your side all standard and how you know it, and then just have little like side steps if they do different moves, like you know what I'm saying, in the early stages of the game. Exactly, yeah, yeah, and just knowing each best move from any given move at any given point. Oh, that's no good.
And how about now? Yeah, there we go. It's okay. Pat's been doing most of the talking, anyways. Like for the past couple minutes. What were we talking about?
Just exploring different variations and options and
Yeah. Oh yeah,
how like.
you memorize like all the openings and all of the possible responses.
Mhm,
That's what's
mhm.
crazy.
And
Yeah.
that's like you look at Magnus Carlsen.
Mhm.
Because he's like one of the first like real chess champions that grew up with a computer. And Gary Kasparov, the reigning chess champion before him, or before his time, I should say. I don't know if it was directly after, but he was like, "What do I do? How do I like? There's no point in playing anymore because they have a computer. Like
Mhm.
these guys can spend 8 hours a day on a computer when I never had any of this. How would I ever? You can't
Catch
keep
up
up
with
with it."
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's why he kind of like went out and was like, "Yeah, how do I compete with computer children now?"
Yeah. No, it's
Which
seriously. Yeah.
it is scary, like thinking about it.
Mhm.
Like out of the 600 or however many years chess has been around, I don't even know. Within say 20 years, 20, 30 years, out of the entire time it's been around, in 20 years, we've literally created tools to be the absolute best at it. Like can beat any human, will never lose in such a short amount of time compared to the entire lifespan of the game. And that's scary. Is how like
That's that's cheat code. That's like ultra convenience.
yeah,
Like
literally.
the epitome of taking out any work you have to do like manually,
hmm
and
It's
it
just
just happen. It's automated.
it's just the best, most efficient way to ever do it at any time.
So then, what's the point in playing the game?
And
It's just
that's
like
kind of
testing yourself, which I guess is what it always is. But
yeah. It's in a way seeing how much information your brain can store, really.
compared to like computers,
Yeah.
you're like comparing yourself to AI at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, which is really our only comparison because it's
Yeah.
like, and this all comes full circle with that conversation we were having about like winning and being the best. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's in our nature to kind of do that with things. And like, I mean, we are humans on Earth after all. We're like the apex of all apex predators. We
Yeah.
have thumbs, you know?
Well,
So it's
and
like,
yeah, and we're creating the apex to
yeah, literally.
insurrect us.
Like, we're just creating what we could eventually get to, but we're just like shortcutting it a little bit and saying, I'm just going to create something to do this the best
Mm-hmm.
possible way ever,
Mm-hmm.
which is, like I said, scary.
Yeah, I wonder how long we can do that before we give up. Like, once we've outsourced every part of our life,
hmm
like, what left is there to do?
And that's a question I've come face to face with a few times of like, in 30 years from now, this world is going to look entirely different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even know what to expect, really. And that's why I kind of want to keep things grounded now, so when
Mm-hmm.
they do become alien to me later, it'll be less,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, I'm kind of like,
No, it makes sense. It's like, and also at the same time, you have to keep up to like prepare yourself for that, because if you
exactly.
don't, like if we lose step right now, imagine like everything we're going to be missing out on with the next like evolution of technology
Right.
and thinking.
'Cause, yeah, you look at generations now, like, that are already like kind of out of touch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the older generation, like people who are, 70, 80, like some of those people haven't even used a computer. Like,
Wow.
that isn't that just that's insane to
And
me.
imagine how well. Okay, so AI isn't all bad for chess, on the one hand, because we're learning from it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, true.
And so imagine how much we've learned, not even just in chess, but like I feel like we've even evolved just because we have the tools that we have,
Hmm.
like in the globalized age, like the internet age. So imagine
Yeah.
like how much they've missed out on, how how much less they have access to.
Yeah, and it's like eventually we will probably become that generation.
Yeah, if we don't keep up, which
Yeah.
is terrifying and like exhausting to think about almost.
It really is, because you just look at the way, like, even like the younger kids now, how like from the time we were growing up to them growing up now, like, say people born in 2009, 2010, like
Mm-hmm.
their childhoods were even vastly different than ours.
Growing up with
Like,
iPads, like as
growing up
a
with,
as a
yeah,
book, yeah,
the Google, like having a smartphone in your pocket at all times, like imagine just born into that world, and you're just like, this is normal.
yeah.
And then 80 years later, people coming out as cyborgs are like, oh, this is normal. And then we're there like, none of this makes any sense to me.
Yeah,
I don't get
they
it.
all have Neuralinks,
Yeah,
and
and
we're
we're
just
just like, oh,
plebs
kids.
like
Yeah.
that.
Just angry old people just
Yeah,
like
wow.
rotting away.
So would it be like, I'm oversimplifying things, but would it be the incorrect move to disconnect with that and just say like we just stopped and we went and lived off the land somewhere in like Wyoming
Uh,
or like anywhere? I mean, is that the wrong move?
no, I mean, no, like there's really no wrong move.
This
If
is
you like,
super
you know what I'm
meta.
saying?
Yeah, I do. But we were
Yeah,
also
okay.
saying that when the computer was telling us that our chess moves were wrong. I remember one of the times you moved your pawns instead of a queen or something. It
Uh,
it said that was wrong, but you still liked the move.
yeah, yeah.
What do you think the computer would say about disconnecting from technology?
Well, I mean, eventually the computer might become sentient and be like, well, you should have listened to me, because now I can beat you at any game. I can beat you at any task you want to do.
Mm-hmm. But isn't
But
that inevitable anyways?
I don't. No, because I think we have. Well, I don't know if it's inevitable.
I'm
You're
sorry.
tricking me with that wording there.
Yeah,
Is it inevitable?
yeah.
Because I don't know if it is inevitable. But for right now, we seem to have a control on allowing computers to do things for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we still, play chess, and
Mm-hmm.
like we're still going to do all these things. But it's when we let go of that control and put it in their hands because they can do it better.
Mm-hmm.
Is that inevitable?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I don't know, because I think at some point we'll have to lose control and become symbiotic in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the correct word I'm looking
Yeah,
for?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Like, where AI will meet human rather than one or the other.
Yeah.
I think that's inevitable.
Yeah. Probably the way I see that would be,
Neuralink, really.
yeah. And I think
Starting.
the weakness, at least so far, of AI is the most complex, like understanding and synthesizing the most complex human emotions, and like receiving information, and like from every source, and making decisions based on that.
Yeah.
Including like
And
how you feel about something.
see that's where it's like we'd have to let go of, like, I mean, truthfully, emotions are a human curse,
Mm-hmm.
right? We
Mm-hmm.
could look at it that way. Of like we're the only species that's kind of, well, I mean, that we know of really, that's kind of burdened with
Right. But
existence,
is it a
right?
curse
Being
though?
able. And it's not a curse. I'm just kind of saying that for lack of a better term,
Yeah, yeah.
because we're the only ones that have it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not a curse, maybe a unique trait would be a better word for it.
To
It's
some
our unique trait to
to
be able to
it is,
consciously
yeah. But to some it would be the only purpose of living.
exactly. And that's where it's like when we reach that AI, we'd have to let go of all emotion at that point. Like in order for our species to become like omnipotent,
Mm-hmm.
we would have no emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like AI, we would just
Mm-hmm.
be analyzing, processing machines that would just like be the best at everything.
Yeah.
Because if we allow the emotions to get into play, then it's like,
Yeah. It reduces efficiency by a lot, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's for the people like that. Honestly, like in a way, kind of like me, like that idea of a world where we let go of what it is to like when we let go of that unique trait for the better progression,
Mm-hmm.
like that idea of a world definitely scares me because I wouldn't be on the train of I would be the guy moving to Wyoming
Mm-hmm. Me
and
too.
living off the fucking farm, you know?
I like to think that would be me. I That might end up being the harder road, which I don't know that I would, you know, have the fortitude to take.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it might be a hard one too.
it'd be fun
Especially
though.
if it's because it would. I would, yeah. But I mean, you know what else would be fun is being able to process and analyze information thousands of times a second,
Mm-hmm.
just being human.
Would
Like,
that be fun though, or would that lead to? Okay, so for
and we're letting
me,
emotions decide right
yeah,
now, which is
yeah,
the
yeah,
sorry,
true.
continue.
No, no, no. For me, when I when my CPU starts to, be overloaded, that's like one of the only times I get like anxious almost.
Hmm.
Not too bad, but like, the feeling
Yeah.
of like there's too much to think about right now. So I have to
Hmm.
like stop thinking about that.
It's like static.
Yeah, so what if that happens when you're processing infinitely more information? Would that would that problem be fixed, or would it multiply it?
And I think I think it would take a different form. The problem
Hmm.
wouldn't necessarily go away. I think it would just take different, like I said, different form
Mm-hmm.
where, say, anxiety as a human, we have directly correlated like anxiety and the feelings we get with it, and that's what it is. I think at the point we're theoretically talking about, if humans were to ever get to that point, it would, I feel, be less of an anxiety feeling and more of a digital, not resonance, but
Like reprogramming, like having to deal with the issue somehow.
it'd be more of a technological issue
Yeah.
than an issue that's within
An
ourselves.
emotional. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Even though, yeah, I think it would just take a different form of like, oh man, I'm getting static again on my computer chip.
Mm-hmm.
Dang,
Mm-hmm.
looks like I gotta oil it up again.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, oh, I'm getting anxiety. Well, I gotta go meditate. I feel like the problem will just evolve. Like I feel like it'll. stick with us humans to, have these instincts and traits. I don't think that'll
Mhm.
go away, but
Mhm.
like I said, I think just the problems we have won't go away. They'll just take different forms.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It's a really interesting thought experiment.
Yeah. And solutions will be more clear as we gain understanding of, everything, right?
Exactly.
Like even like anxiety as it exists in humans, we're slowly getting away from like I can't deal with this, like it's just like blowing up my mind, to like there are steps you can take and chemicals you can introduce to the situation to like
Hmm.
try and fix this. Obviously
Yeah,
it's not a perfected science, but like we're sort of getting there.
we're working on it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. When does working on it become solved? And after that, what happens?
Well,
You know?
working on it becomes solved when wow, that like gets into like Khrushchev scale stuff, like civilizations like peaking.
Yeah, like
um
utopia level.
I mean, I think that's when you become, to me, that's when you become the deities, which I think the symbol for that would be the capability to reproduce a universe, or even
Mhm.
like another sentient being,
Okay.
like have the knowledge to program something that intense that it can have the same decision making process as you do, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense for sure.
Like understanding, say, like a genome, or
Mhm.
even just a brain, like enough to reproduce it accurately.
Yeah, which is going to take forever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's the inevitable goal
Mm-hmm.
is to, I mean, it's kind of like what we've been doing as humans for forever. We learn from kind of uh, deconstructing, or like we take from nature, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, yeah, I just think that's a common theme that I don't think will go anywhere anytime soon, of like
Mm-hmm.
trying to recreate like a brain.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's probably people out there who are already working on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there is. But yeah, it's going to be scary when we can do that perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
because then we'll have full control. It's like genetically modifying things. It's like,
Yeah, even
where's the
physically.
line?
I feel like at a certain point, the human body is too efficient to handle those things. So then
Hmm.
it migrates into probably something digital. I would
Yeah,
imagine. I'm not
probably
sure, but
I feel like our first step is going to be somehow being able to recreate a brain as a in terms of like a memory bank,
mm-hmm.
so we can make data transferable from one brain to another, or like Futurama, like
Whoa.
head in a jar stuff.
Yeah. Wait, making information transferable from one brain to another without having to communicate, other than
Yes.
just transferring raw
Yeah.
signal. So then
Yeah.
chess is obsolete, and human interaction is obsolete because you can just
Yeah.
share experience.
Exactly. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, of like uh when we were saying whether or not it'd be fun to calculate a million things at a time.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why we say that would not be fun right now is because of who we are right now,
Mm-hmm.
and that we're human right now,
Mm-hmm.
and we have emotions playing into the reasonings and
Yeah.
whatever. But if we were in a truly, like, on paper, objectively perfect world, that would be fun, because that's the only thing
Really?
there would be to do.
I believe you,
And
but I don't want to.
I know,
Like,
and that's the scary thing. It's like, do I believe it?
yeah.
I do, but I also don't want to, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
That sounds
something I'd
horrible to
rather.
me.
Yeah, no, it does. It really does. Because, like, what about art?
Yeah.
Me and Pride have talked about this a million times. Like, when we reach that, there's gonna be no. We won't. Why would we ever need music?
Mm-hmm.
Why would we need art? Why would we need anything else but being able to process data and be efficient and
in its raw form.
live.
Yeah.
Exactly. In like a very baseline, like what we are doing.
Yeah, because I mean, art is primarily derivative and interpretive, and if
Mhm.
there's no need to interpret, if there's just one signal you need, then there's literally
Yeah,
no point.
exactly. Art then might even be just a little like, zeros and ones, just a
Hmm.
little data that we ingest and we're like, "Oh, that
That,
made me feel a unique way,"
yeah,
type thing.
yeah.
That's going to be our form of art. Quote me on it. It's going to be
I
ingestible.
mean, I'm not going to be around to
Yeah,
confirm nor deny, but
but
I'll,
maybe
I'll
in a
hold you to
history
that.
book.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah. It's backed by Joel Andrews.
Yeah.
So maybe a million years from now in our history books they can quote me and then put supported by Joel Andrews at the bottom.
Endorsed.
Yeah.
This message was brought to you by. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, all that type of thinking is super scary because it's like I can't imagine a world of like not having to care about like media
Mm-hmm.
or art or music or whatever. Like on an objective standpoint, all of those things are waste of time
Yeah, I
in like a data like
yeah,
boring
in
way.
my whole like figuring out what I want to do like professionally, I've
Uh-huh.
totally had to grapple with that because
Hmm.
it's not contributing in a measurable way to society.
I mean, and I think there is a case to be made that it is.
Probably there's probably mental health stuff or something. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have evidence and stuff of like what brain or what music does to the brain, and like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of that can be good.
Yeah.
But no, I see what you're saying. But it's just hard to imagine a world where truly believing that that's a waste of time
Mm-hmm.
is like the reality.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I can't comprehend it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I truly cannot make myself believe that any of that's a waste of time.
I think if there is a path to that sort of thinking, it's this is probably going to be a hot take, but it's prioritizing uh, things that are tangibly productive. In my mind, that's STEM right now
Hmm.
over arts.
Yeah.
So if it's going to happen, I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. To be perfectly honest, obviously, I would prefer to play a song than do a math problem or like code whatever.
For
But
sure.
as far as like human civilization, I don't know which is better. But if that's the way that it's going to go, I think we're probably on the path right now. Maybe, I don't know. I guess that's
Yeah,
kind of hard to say.
I feel like we're on the start of a path that has a million different roads, an indefinite amount of roads that we can take, and we're just kind of like making
It's
our own.
like somehow we've been in this chess game for how many billions of years,
Yeah.
and but still, it's wide open. It feels like turn one
Uh-huh.
still. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine like an 8x8, but 8 chessboards. So it's like,
And then 8 of those also, at
yeah,
least.
yeah. It'd be a fractal, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah. It would just can like you zoom in. I'll save that for another time off stream, Joel. When I have a story about that and a chessboard and fractals.
All right.
But
I can't wait.
yeah, it's a good one.
All right.
But yeah, just imagine that. Each dot is a chessboard, and we're that chessboard, and we're just like, okay, well, we've done millions of years worth of moves, but our pieces haven't even been on the same board yet
Mm-hmm.
or seen each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're at,
That's crazy.
right?
It,
It's surreal,
yeah.
but it's what makes us human, being able to think like that.
Yeah.
Imagine if like
Dang.
dogs could think like that.
Oh, we wouldn't exist, I feel like.
We'd probably just be wiped.
Yeah.
Or cats. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if cats were like, wait, I can just go to the gym and like build muscle and like practice hunting and like
Oh my god.
honing my skills.
That'd be
Like,
terrifying. And
that'd be scary.
find a like the ideal mate to make a hunk of an offspring, and then they're gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. Just
uh,
this never-ending cycle of just like brutes.
mhm.
Yeah. I do hope though, wherever technology takes us, I hope two things. I hope one, we find out that everything is sentient and grass has feelings and trees can actually talk.
Mhm.
I hope that comes out to be true, even though I don't think it will.
That'd be pretty cool though.
That would be cool. And the second thing
That'd
I
be
hope we end
beautiful.
up doing is giving dogs or orangutans a human conscience.
Like Rick and Morty.
Yeah, or like being able to like let them if we could translate their brain waves to like
Yeah.
make to have a conversation,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be just next level.
Especially a domesticated like pet who you've been
Uh-huh.
with for like decades or
Like
a decade.
14-year-old
Yeah.
dog. Like imagine the conversations you'd have.
Yeah. I wonder. Wow. I mean, they probably don't have that sophisticated memory
Oh
recall.
yeah,
But if they were like, remember that one time when I was a puppy and like I don't know, they just give you like their
yeah,
favorite
yeah,
memory of like you two together.
yeah. That'd be sweet. That'd be wholesome.
Yeah.
That's where I hope it takes us, and not this
That'd be
bleak, robotic,
binary landscape.
binary. Yeah, all I imagine is like zeros and ones
Mhm.
everywhere, and
Mhm.
we're just like hovering through it all.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of what we're doing now, but not to get philosophical.
What do you mean not to get philosophical?
Yeah.
What else have we been getting?
Yeah, very true. Very true. We all are just zeros and ones at the end of the day. Or
Yeah. Although when you think about
it's
it,
a high
isn't
likelihood.
zeros and ones just we simplified our alphabet and form of communication so that computers could understand, right?
I'm not sure.
But like if you were to type my name in zeros and ones,
Hmm.
it would take longer than to type Joel, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But wouldn't that be more complicated? Because there's different unique symbols
hmm,
rather than 0 and 1.
I'm not sure. I suppose it depends on what the decoder is.
Mm.
Maybe
That's
that's
yeah.
yeah. I think that's too much. I
That's
think that's
yeah.
above me.
That's beyond my
I
realm of
just had a
knowledge.
yeah,
Brain blast.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever like have a really like good idea, and then as you're starting to explain it and talking about it, you realize that it's actually way more complex and intricate than you first might have thought. So then you like
Yeah.
literally lose your train of like your brain stops working.
Yes, actually, I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
I
Sometimes
hate that.
I actually when I prep like my D&D session, that
Uh-huh.
happens to me a lot where I'm connecting like different storylines and characters and like everything's coming together,
Hmm.
but then like there's just like a few too many variables that I try and think about, and then it's overload, and I have to like go get a drink or something to like a drink of water. I don't
Yeah,
yeah
yeah,
like
no, no,
drink.
no, I got you. I
Yeah,
got
yeah. I'm not like
just opening the
damaged from
bottle.
it.
Like,
Yeah. No, like I have to like stand up and move around and stop thinking about it and then come back to it because it was just like
mm,
there was too much there.
yeah,
So
it's
I
like,
definitely feel that.
and that's honestly a problem I have with chess. Even is like if my brain gets on that train of like I'm thinking about something, and then one thing comes in, my brain doesn't stop thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like another thing's added,
Mm-hmm.
and then another thing, and now I can't. And now my brain's trying to process too many things, and now I don't know which one to
Yeah.
process.
Then you're to a point where you're like, I guess I just have to make the move.
Yep.
Like it's just yeah.
And then you go on instinct,
Yeah.
which is, it's interesting. So there's an interview with Magnus Carlsen. He basically described how his brain, because this guy's played like 30 people blindfolded at the same time and beaten all of them. Like he's out of this world insane. But what he was saying was, normally when you see me thinking about a move, it's not me thinking about the move because I've already made I've already made the best move in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about all of the moves leading up to that move to see if I messed up.
Mm.
So and I just
What's
thought that
the
was
point of that?
because he plays off instinct.
Hmm.
So I mean, I'm not saying he played. I'm not going to talk for Magnus Carlsen here, but what I think he kind of implies by that is I will make the move in 5 seconds, but he won't make the move in 5 seconds. He'll say think about a move for 10 minutes, but it wasn't because he was thinking about the moves. It was just he was thinking about each individual move leading up to that move to make sure he's right because he's already made the move in his head as soon as it's his turn. Like he doesn't need time to think. It's just kind of like, well, I calculated, 5 different routes for moving that one pawn, and turns out this is the best move, yada yada yada.
Wow.
Because it's like he's just moving off of what's natural. Like
He almost has like a program.
Yeah.
Or actually, definitely, I would say.
Yeah. He's just programmed and played so much chess that he just knows. He just knows he made the best move, and he's just making sure.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Just instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That man is an animal.
Yeah. I strive to be as good at anything as someone like that. Yeah.
As Magnus is at chess.
Yeah.
As do I. Because he's a computer. He was like a GM at age like 6. Like,
how does that happen? There's no way he'd played more hours of chess than some other grandmaster who was like 60. Wait, really? You think so? He just spammed it?
Because think about it. Think about that GM who's 60, right? What did he spend his time on? Books, papers, theory. Now take that 60-year-old obsessed chess player and put a tablet or put the internet in his hands at age 2.
It's efficiency.
And he would literally study these analysis boards and games to see what the computer would have. He would literally memorize 20 moves in any given line or opening and just memorize the best possible move from any spot.
So what you're saying is humankind eventually came up with computers. Well, before that they came up with chess. Then they came up with computers, and they taught the computers how to play chess. And the computers perfected it. And then humankind produces more offspring who in their developmental stages are learning more from the computers that we made than like ourselves. So we invented, I mean, like, did we like invent Magnus Carlsen or his chess ability? I think I just went off the deep end.
We helped. Yeah, you kind of lost me there, but I'm kind of recouping here. I wouldn't say we created Magnus. I would say we helped curate Magnus. Without the tools, I'm sure he'd still be a savant at chess.
Yeah.
So like to be brutally honest, like I think that guy is literally just a prodigy.
He just hit the right, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he won the genetic lottery when it comes to chess. And he just had a knack for seeing patterns, I guess, and when you put a super precise super calculator on top of that, it's like
that you can learn from quickly.
That the best ever to exist, can't really compete with that.
Yeah, well.
Unless you're also a savant who has also used the analysis bits.
Or you came along 10 years later and we have something better to teach you.
Yeah, exactly. Or we have
Or
someone
50
who
years later,
completely
whatever.
reinvents the game
Mm-hmm.
and plays in a playstyle that computers would never, because computers would just naturally say it's too risky or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, unorthodox.
Mm-hmm.
Because chess is very orthodox, especially in the opening stages.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you hardly ever see a move besides e5, e4.
Mm.
Like, it's the most popular move in chess, and it's like, I don't want to say the only opening, but eight or seven times out of 10, you'll see a chess game open with e4 and d5, which is what we did in our game.
Mm-hmm. And I made the first move, right?
Yep.
I didn't know that until you just told me.
Really?
No. Why did I do that then?
Because it's just natural.
All right, that blows my mind. I don't get that. There's
Right?
so many other options.
There's so many other, like, we could even calculate it right now, because each pawn has 2 moves they can move in the center.
Mm-hmm. So that's 16. And your knight can move in
30.
2 different spots.
Yeah.
Each knight, so that already expands a ton.
Yeah. I can't even do it right now. My brain is too jumbled.
Yeah.
But I mean, in just the first move,
Mm-hmm.
there's that many options. I almost guarantee you the game we played has never been played before.
I believe
I'm
that.
almost 100%.
Particularly because of my blunders, but
yeah. Well, I mean, my blunders too.
yeah.
But yeah, that's absurd. Some professional games even get to a brand new game after like 8 to 10 moves.
Wow.
Some grandmaster games.
And they know how entire games pan out.
Mm-hmm. And even they are getting never before seen. There's a really cool guy you should check out. His name's Agadmator.
On like Twitch or YouTube?
He's on YouTube, and he just does chess analysis. So he takes new age games and 1880s, 1900s, 1400s, like maybe not 1400s, but like really old chess games, and because they've all been archived and written down. So yeah, he just reviews them and goes over and explains like why each move was made, and really interesting.
Yeah, I'll probably. I want to look into it, but I don't know how deep down this rabbit hole I want to go.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's like, stop yourself while you can, Joel. Otherwise, you'll find yourself.
Yeah, maybe that's a summer project.
Chess. Yeah, for sure. Oh,
I might. Let's see what Ben has to say, and then I don't know how much more my brain can handle.
Yeah, I think I'm all calculated out.
Yeah. Your name in binary means as much to the universe as your name in alphabetical. I kind of forget. Yeah. Binary is not necessarily more efficient. Yeah, so it's just different. It's just different ways of getting the same data, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alternate routes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you wanted to call it here.
Yeah. Do you want to drop your Twitch or anything, or say anything else before we dip out?
No, I mean, thanks again for offering me to be your first guest.
Of course, yeah. Wouldn't have anyone else.
What is the what's the name of the series you're going for again?
The Quest for Y is the working title. Yeah.
I like that. That. But yeah, I'm thankful for you to have me on your show.
Oh, of course.
And
it'll have to happen again.
Yeah, I was just about to say, definitely want to do it again. Definitely when we're maybe a little bit better at chess.
Yeah.
Or even not chess.
Yeah.
Or even
1v1 in League. That'll get even more complicated.
See, I don't know about that. That sounds like a D-Gen stream right now.
That sounds like I'll get beat even harder than in chess. Unless we play like Tryndamere.
We can play like 1v1s. Yeah. Was that where you were implying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that could be doable.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of fun.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll talk. Yeah.
We'll have to talk about it because
Yeah.
I already have a few good ideas on how we can make
Okay.
that
All right.
entertaining.
We could do it on your stream too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay, but yeah.
All right.
Again, thanks again.
Of course.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, listening to me
Yeah, this was fun. This
blabble.
I'm glad we started talking after the game. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always like, going back through and
Mm-hmm.
it's just super interesting.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
thanks everyone out there who was contributing in chat and listening and chilling. Thanks, Pat, as always.
Thank you.
See you soon.
See you when I see you.
Bye-bye.
Peace.